What's up, you guys? This is Aditi. Welcome back to our channel. Everybody has taken these personality tests like MBTI, right? But have you ever wondered कि ये आता कहाँ से है? Like who has developed it or where has it originated from? So let me tell you that MBTI originated from the concepts given by Carl Jung. So let's learn this new topic today. Now let's learn a little bit, like 2 minutes, let's just talk about who was Carl Jung. So Carl Jung was a neo-Freudian. Neo-Freudian matlab he was a follower of our Sigmund Freud, but unka kuch matter, like their views did not align after some point, and as a reason why Carl Jung actually separated himself from Sigmund Freud and whatever concepts that Jung has given us, they are following some, like they are influenced by whatever Freud has given us as well. There's going to be a new topic that I will talk about in the future videos, but today let's understand the one main topic where MBTI comes from, which is attitudes and functions. So attitudes दो प्रकार के होते हैं. One is introversion and second is extroversion. We already know what introversion and extroversion technically is, but let's understand them a little more. So introversion is more concerned with people who have their own thoughts and their own ideas. They are more quiet and they are self-reflective and they're self-aware, and they recharge themselves and their energies by being away from a lot of people. They tend to have a very small social circle, whereas extroverts are the opposites. Obviously they have a big social circle, they recharge themselves by being in a lot of crowd, they're extravagant. Let's understand what Carl Jung spoke about these two attitudes. So he said that they are opposites to each other, and as you are babies, or as we are babies, rather हम हमारे पास दोनों होते हैं. We are introverts as well as extroverts. As we see the surrounding, modeling, observational learning, and also how we interact with the environment and the kind of people that we have around us, we become either introverts or extroverts. मतलब एक कोई तो attitude ज़्यादा dominant हो जाता है, दूसरा वाला that is non-dominant, it kind of is in our unconscious, and वो भी हमारे behavior को कहीं ना कहीं influence करता रहता है actually. So if you have ever noticed that, let's say that you are an introvert, you don't like talking to a lot of people, but अगर कहीं networking event में गए हो and you have to talk to a lot of people, you tend to do that. Then, and when you're done with that, maybe you may think like, was I pretending to be this person and I spoke to a lot of people वगैरह. So we are both, we are introverts as well as extroverts, but एक side हमारा ज़्यादा dominant होता है और दूसरा हमारा non-dominant होता है, which is in our unconscious. So पहले एटीट्यूड्स डेवलप किए कार्ल यूंग ने, उसके बाद उन्होंने डेवलप किए थे फंक्शंस. देयर आर 4 टाइप्स ऑफ फंक्शंस: थिंकिंग, feeling, sensing, and perceiving. Now thinking or feeling are actually used to make judgments about things around us, whereas sensing or intuition is how we perceive ourselves and the outside world. So although thinking and feeling are basically judgments, वो एक साथ आते हैं और the other ones come together. Remember that thinking and sensation get together. So like अगर thinking किसी का ज़्यादा है तो उनका sensing भी ज़्यादा होता है, किसी का feeling ज़्यादा है तो उनका intuition भी ज़्यादा होता है. It can't be like feeling बहुत ज़्यादा और intuition कम. It is not reverse. It goes together. Now let's understand what these 4 different functions are. So thinking is basically where we use our intellectual functioning, अपना cognition use करते हैं to connect to ideas and to understand the world around us. Whereas feeling is where we feel positive or negative about the subjective experiences that we have, and that's how we make our judgments and our decisions. Sensing and intuition are very irrational functions because that's how you're perceiving and that's how you're responding to the stimuli around us. So sensing is internally how आपके bodily senses आप देखते हैं, and intuition is the gut feeling that you get about the things, about the world around अगर MBTI कभी भी लिया होगा आपने, सो यू सी दैट 4 लेटर का आपको मिलता है, लाइक ISFJ and ISTJ and INFP and INTJ and all of that, right? So we already know introvert, and then there are these other ones also. So कालू ने से 4 नहीं दिए थे, 4 लेटर्स, उन्होंने 2 लेटर्स दिया था, मतलब एक एटीट्यूड होगा और एक फंक्शन होगा. सो इधर विल बी एन इंट्रोवर्ट और एक्सट्रोवर्ट, and either you'll be any of these 4, or actually you'll be 2 technically. So let's see what these combinations of attitudes and functions mean. So let's start with the first one, introvert thinking. तो ऐसे इंडिविजुअल्स जनरली लाइक टू परस्यू देयर ओन आइडियाज, आर इंट्रोवर्टेड, वो खुद के आइडियाज़ पे ज़्यादा फोकस करते हैं, एंड दे आर कंसर्न्ड अबाउट देयर आइडियाज़ बीइंग एक्सेप्टेड. दे प्रेफर abstract ideas when they interact with other people, or even while making plans. That is introverted thinking. अगर extroverted thinking देखें तो they are concerned with the outside world more, but still such individuals try to impose their own views and ideas onto the world, like onto other people around them. People who are extroverted thinking, they work in science and applied maths वगैरह ऐसे very practical oriented fields में, and they use their thinking function a lot to problem solve the problems that are there in the world. So they are very highly logical thinking people. Next is IF, which is introverted feeling. So these people introverted है और feeling भी है, so वो strong feelings अपने अंदर ही रखते हैं, and because they keep it inside, like bottled up, they obviously erupt occasionally into a forceful expression. And these people tend to be very creative artists, like they may be painting or drawing, or maybe लिखते होंगे poems या फिर stories or whatever, to express their own feelings through these creative ways. Extroverted feeling, they interact with the people, and they often tend to be very emotional at times, but they're also very social and friendly, and they can talk about their feelings to other people, and they can connect with other people at an emotional level as well. Next is introverted sensing. So such individuals focus on the perceptions of the world, so they attend to their own psychological sensations, like like what they are feeling, proprioception, seeing, feeling, sensing, touching, वगैरह, and they try to make sense of the world. They also prefer artistic and creative expressions than speaking verbally and communicating verbally. Now, extroverted sensing. So they experience these sensations. So they tend to be very high thrill seeking people. Adrenaline rush चाहिए होता है उन लोगों को. So they participate in a lot of exciting activities like mountain climbing, etc., etc., and they try to gather data and information, and they tend to also be very practical and realistic. They also like to live in the moment, and they take a lot of information from the world, and they try to make sense of it and convert it into a very concrete data in their head. Then it is introverted intuition. So introverted intuition, such type of people have difficulty communicating their own insights and intuitions that they may have, because they're like gut feeling, right? उसके लिए कोई logic नहीं है, या ऐसे उन्होंने देख लिया और उसकी वजह they are feeling something, ऐसा कुछ नहीं है. There is just a gut feeling, and they are looking at the bigger picture technically. So it's very difficult for them to explain and express what their intuition is. And due to this difficulty, they also have difficulty in understanding their own thoughts and images as well. Last one is extroverted intuition. So such people enjoy novelty. They promote new ideas and concepts to other people, and they also have difficulty sustaining interest in just one project. And that is it for today's video. Let me know in the comment section which one of these 8 is you. So are you an introverted thinking, feeling, sensing, perception, perceiving, or the extroverted one? Okay, I would love to know. You can also tell me what your MBTI is. I am INFP. I took it like a year ago. If you have taken MBTI like 5 years ago or so, you need to retake it again, because it's a personality, and at times it can keep changing, and that's the reason why these tests are not very reliable in the long run. If you want me to make a video on personality tests and why they're not very reliable, let me know in the comment section. And I'll see you next Friday with another video on psychology.